Hi there, Jonathan from the AFC. We're looking at GBH Boxing. In this particular one, we're going to look at hook work. There's lots of different styles of hooks. Sometimes people will hit a hook in this form, sometimes they'll hit in this form, sometimes they'll overturn it. It all depends on the style that you've been taught. I'll tend to hit into the boxing form of it as a hook, so it's turning towards us. So it's hitting the metatarsal, so it's turning into us. In a Thai response was normally held as in this hook, which would follow in with an elbow point. I can see the point of why they're doing it. It's just in preference in a sense. What I'll tend to do is you'll pivot onto your lead foot to get the lead shot. On your rear one, you'll pivot on your rear one to do that. Technically they're hitting the same spot. Left one in this case, or lead one, will be moving a quarter of your body. The rear one will be moving 3/4 of your body, because technically hitting the same spots. One head, so you're hitting the jaw on the left or right, or the body left or right. So weight wise, I'm going from here to here. I want to make a pivotal twist. What I've been playing with is putting the weight onto the back leg and pushing the weight this way rather than over leaning with the hook. So hook weight can be travelled forward and also can be travelled backwards. It's a preference in choice, but what I found is letting the body screw back and put the weight onto my pivotal right leg. When I pivot through the left, it actually puts more weight drawn back. So I'm finding that's a good way of striking it. It's comfortable. It can hit the body shot in the same fashion as the jaw shot. You can double over with the shots. So a lot of the weight when you turn it, pivotal angle would be hitting or head. If it comes in from the weight will drop, and you'll pivot in, or you go body head to a body shot, followed in with a head shot. The head pivotal back would create plane for your right hand or a rear hand for it. So your movement on it would pivot, strike. Yeah. Weight wise, you can play around with it. You can go from rear hook to lead hook. I can step in proportion to it. I can move southpaw orthodox to create weight, or I can pivotal weight to create opposite pivotal. In the footwork sense for that, as I make my hook, my pivotal weight will slip. So I cock the hip, hold the posture, and through the hook. Sometimes the hook will be used to step over with the shot. So I'll step in and across, which opens up for a body shot to whatever I needed. Sometimes I'm not too tall, so sometimes I would use my hook to create my opening entry, so I can get to the body, so I can get to the head. Hook wise, make sure you turn yourself in, make sure you don't hit your last metatarsal. I used to call it the bank holiday finger, because people after drinking 9-10 pints of lager would try and throw a punch and break the last metatarsal. Originally that was called like a fighter's break, but now they call it a boxer's break. It's a bit more professional now in a sense. People thought it was a street fighting injury and you would damage yourself. What it's not is, it's just an accident. You can overstep on your shot, you can hit lower than you should have. Boxing gloves to MMA gloves does that quite a bit, because you're going from 14-ounce, 16-ounce boxing gloves to 4-ounce, and all of a sudden you hit something, targeting timing's a little bit slower, because you're going to be overreaching because you've lost 10 ounce of glove while you hit something, and you could break your hand because it's not quite ready for its impact, or it's over ready for the impact. What you're trying to do with your hook, make sure it carries on turning so you get your cover straight. You don't want to be overreaching with the shot. You want to bring it back to your jawline after each shot. You want to keep your elbow points, so when you're turning it like an elbow, like in an elbowing structure, I want to turn it from there. So it doesn't need this big open, it doesn't need to do this. You just get a pivotal position. If I use, say, my cross to make my centre, my body's already on this side, I can use my forearm, my elbow to push away and screw the hook in. If I screw this, it could be right hand, left head, right body shot. Okay, have a go.